and you have to like meet requirements to get into it. So I knew that it was something that I qualified for, so I kind of just wanted to join. And then I wanted to go run for the president because I never really had a leadership opportunity, and that was like something that I kind of wanted, and so I just went for it.
Well, you mentioned there are some requirements. Can you explain those?
So you would have to meet a certain GPA. I think it's like 3.5 maybe. And you also have to, like, to continue to stay in the club, you have to volunteer for 4 hours each semester, and then you log those hours and turn them in. But that could be anything from like doing concessions or like helping out your grandparents or something.
So since this is your senior year, how does NHS go about picking a new president?
So it continues to stay the same. So what I did last year, and like the seniors last year, we send out a form, and they just, if you want to run for president, you fill out that you want to run. Then we see how many candidates we have, and then at one of our last meetings, they all like give a speech, and then we ask 2 questions. We ask like kind of like a funny one, I guess, or like lighthearted, and then we ask one about like how they would run for president or why they would be a good president. And then we take votes from all the people in the club, and then we run it by our like sponsor, Mr. Miles, and then whoever wins, that's the next president.
So you were picked out of the group of potential presidents.
Yeah.
Who were like the other ones running against you?
I think, well, Kate Pinnock was one of them. I think Maddie McCullough ran, but she ran for like either president or vice president. But she's the vice president now.
So what do you think made you stand out amongst them?
I'm not sure. I guess in my speech I included that I was just like an organized person and passionate about wanting to have a leadership role, and all the things that I would necessarily like do for the club that set me apart. So I think that helped.
That's good, that's good. So this is the last question, it's kind of fun. Would you rather fight 1 grizzly bear or 5 anacondas?
Really think here, because like a grizzly bear is like big.
Yeah.
Like 5 snakes is nothing to joke about.
Yeah, I think I'd choose the snakes though.
Really?
I feel like I could.
There's a lot of them though, they're going to come from.
I know, but I feel like I could get away from them easier than getting away from a bear.
That's true. Alright, you guys got any more questions? Alright, I'm going to wrap it up. So, that was Maggie with the NHS. Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Alright, sweet.
Good.
Welcome to the first episode of Inside the Clubhouse. Today we're here with our special guest.
Maggie Doty.
So she's the president of National Honor Society. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with, what do you do any sports?
Yes, I play basketball and volleyball.
Are you in any other clubs?
Yeah, I'm in student council, FCA, student athletic advisory council. That's about it.
Wow, pretty busy.
Yeah.
So can you just kind of describe the club and what you do there?
So for NHS, we're pretty volunteer based. So we help out our community, our school. We're more local, but we're starting to try to help out anywhere we can. So one of our latest ideas was taking possible like donations and donating to the LA wildfires. So we don't always only help out local, but it's mainly volunteer based activities.
So what do you have planned for the rest of the year in that club?
So we fundraise too, along with volunteering, and one of our events is a volleyball tournament, and that's pretty popular. A lot of people look forward to that, so that's like our next big event.
Is it like 6-on-6 or like 3-on-3?
I think it's 4-on-4, and then I think you can have teams of 5 or 6. but that's pretty popular. And then we have a teacher appreciation week and like senior spirit weeks and stuff.
If you could describe the club in 2 words, what would they be?
I don't know, I'll have to think. Probably dedicated and helpful, I guess, or like passionate.
So you're a pretty passionate person.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so what made you join NHS, and why did you decide to dedicate your time and effort into being the president?
Well, junior year, it's a club for juniors and seniors. So junior year, I joined. Well, a lot of my friends were in it, but I also knew it was like an honorable club.